Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P4. Thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. I got a nice philosophical discrepancy. He says six on one hand, I'm saying half a dozen on the other. Spiritual alchemy and inner engineering. Both leads to self-mastery. Let's talk about it. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receiving them, I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right things way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? Well, when I'm through, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock, here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and to Maya, be true. Right thinkers. As a spiritual philosopher, I have a concept, and I watch my guru, who I pattern myself after, with the concepts, and we pretty much say the same thing but a different way. Again, philosophical concept, but they're saying spiritual alchemy and inner engineering both leads to self mastery. My man do it his way, I'm doing it from my way, and it's both inner workings of how you work the body and the mind to become one. So spiritual alchemy or philosophical engineering, yogic philosophy, and they both will get you to reach what we can know to be self-mastery. In Egyptian Nihas. In India, they call it what? Nirvana. Okay. But it's all working that you can do within yourself. He always asks the question, if you was in charge of your happiness or your sadness, which would you choose? Naturally. So he put the onus on you to make it happen in your life. I like that philosophy. Look, mirror minds. But remember, engineers, they are thinkers and they are craftsmen. So they build and they engineer stuff to work out and get done. I'm not an artist. I don't do that ain't my thing. Okay. But I respect what they do and how they do it as craftsmen. But I take up spiritual alchemy. I'm a teacher of a philosophical concept. That's my favorite thing. And it's all based on what? Changing you from what? The inside out by using this and putting it to use. As a mason, we're taught to use the Masonic tools for the operative mason used to build buildings, and we use it to build ourselves for a more noble and glorious purpose. And that's fine. And that's what it does. And that's what esoteric messaging and occult teaching gives you. Inner insight, inner understanding, self-mastery. Master Masons. When you're engineer, your job is to build. And when you're spiritual philosopher, your job is to learn the spiritual truth and transform from what? Not knowing to knowing. Engineers build things from what wasn't there to put something there and make things work together. Bridges, whatever, houses. But those engineers, they got to lay it out. They got the blueprint. I understand how that works. I just do it more philosophical and mental, right? For, again, more noble and glorious purpose. Same philosophy. All right. But when you live by what I practice, spiritual disciplines daily, you're already practicing what they call inner engineering. Same thing. Okay? Daily meditation, practice of philosophy, hold yourself accountable, self-service, all doing the same thing. And you're going to get the same result. Yep, self-mastery. All right. But my guru calls it in the engineering. Okay? Okay, yeah. But I call it spiritual discipline. It's the same thing. But that means you're building yourself on your terms, in your way, from the inside out. Okay? That's the main part. And I totally understand that philosophy. I just called it, you know, call it one spiritual alchemy. Not knowing, changing from not knowing something to knowing something, to finding out and then implementing information. Those are spiritual disciplines that I practice and live by. And I study daily. Why? So that I can learn more of my own life lessons that I can get better at and teach others on a daily basis. I don't stop teaching. I don't stop learning. That's the purpose. But my inner engineering is what I'm doing. I'm just calling it something else, but it's really inner engine, self-improvement. There's a whole self-discovery. It's a whole bunch of terminology you can use. But when my guru practices, he calls it inner engineering, and that's his philosophical concept. And when he breaks it down, it makes a whole lot of sense. And as I said, yeah, I piggyback off his philosophy, the concept. I just put mine to it. That's all. All right. But inner engineering is when you're living by what? Your spiritual truth. Same thing, aka self-improvement. That's you improving yourself with what? Knowledge and understanding that been passed down. You learning it and you passing it, you use it and you pass it down too. Why? Some people teach it, some people just live it. I want to teach it. I can't wait to retire with it because it'd be fun for me just living. Teaching it is work. This ain't easy. This ain't easy. So if you think it is, I must be doing something right because it really ain't easy. But I just love it. All right. But I have always been what I consider a right thinker. I mean, a thinker, a thinker. But now I think right. I live by what I know, and I'm doing me. And I know what I'm doing. At this point, I'm not guessing, hoping, or wishing. I know just what I'm doing, and that's the fun part. And the inner engineering is you knowing what you're doing. You have a plan. You have what your goal is to self-improve from what? From the inside out, from being what you used to be to being what you want to be. Your potential is unlimited. Think unlimited, and give it your best effort, and you'll reach your destination in life. That's the ones who are successful. Not by how much money you make, how much fame and glory you acquire. No, how much knowledge you have of yourself. And a good engineer will always have a blueprint, a plan laid out in their mind. And sometimes they even write it out. Okay, draw the steps and lay it out this one, all that. I can't do that. That ain't my thing. I can write out my thoughts and my ideas, but I'm not an artist. He likes to draw. That was his thing. He would sit down and he's scribing. You know, okay. I respect people with that talent. I don't have it, so I ain't got a problem with it. Oh, I can't do that. No, I don't do art and music. Those are two things I don't mess with. Why? I ain't good at it. Where I come from, if that is your thing, that is your thing. I ain't got no problem with that. Hands up. All right, where we at? And again, back to my old man. My old man was a carpenter, electrician, okay, an engineer. He had skills. He was good at what he wasn't just a hustler. He had some skills. Okay. And like I said, he wore a few hats and he was good at them. So I learned a few things from him. And again, taught me well. But my right thinking philosophy, my skill is in teaching you how to what? Engineer your mind, aka think right, by what? Knowing who you are by daily practice of a philosophy that will get you to do just that if you practice it and implement it. Okay, aka right thinking philosophy. We know it is she taught that, that's my way, but for me is right thinking philosophy. But you yourself should be the chief engineer of your life. Simply that you are in control. And it starts from what? Your mind. This thing right here. I'm teaching you how to master how to use this. And once you get that thing under control, unlimited. Sky's the limit. Okay? And they say that if you can conceive it, you can achieve it. But you got to be thinking to conceive. All right? So before you build, you have to what? Have a plan. The land got to be laid out, all that. That specification. And y'all got to do that up here. Some people do it on paper, and I understand that. But I'm a thinker, so everything is done in my mind. I don't draw nothing. I write the scribble. I can read more scribble, but that's as far as it go. I can't draw jack. I can't do stick people. I ain't got no skill with that. I can't play an instrument, and I can't draw, and I don't do electricity. No. All right, but again, knowing your limitations, that's being human. That's being normal. Okay. You can't do everything. Hey, I'm good at no, you ain't. Okay, but again, knowing your limitations, stay in your lane. But again, when you going to do anything, it had to be planned out, had to be thought out. But in same with your life, if you want to better yourself, start with a plan, have a routine. I'm in the gym every morning. I'm praying. I'm meditating every morning. I put my work in every morning. It didn't just happen. And to better yourself, it takes what? Work. Well, how? Daily. Okay, how long? Years. Well, I got years. Yeah. Come on, man. Personal self-engineering is when you putting things together in your life, in your world, so that you can what? It can be harmony. And harmony is you taking something from here and two opposites, putting it together and create something unique. That's when the man and woman get together. My father and my mother got together, created that guy. That's my analogy. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right. But you take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, put it together. Voila. Okay. I'm spiritual. I'm a spiritual engineer because I learned spiritual truths. That's the philosophy that I can what? Practice and live by and use it to my benefit. That's why. It's the same as what? Inner engineering. They just do it from a different philosophical concept, which I don't have a problem with. I'm reading from Book of Wisdom. That's all Christian philosophical concept. I know that, and I ain't got a problem with it. I understand it. Moving on. I ain't got to practice it. I ain't got to live it. I'm living it. I just understand it. So I can teach it from a perspective that he putting it down. That's all. And no bragging. But I'm doing fine. My inner engineering, from my perspective, works just fine. But again, I ain't bragging. But why? It got me self-mastery. My pastor used the Bible to get to God. That ain't the path I took. That is the tool that I use. But if it got him there, God bless him. I got a problem with that. So whatever you need to get you there, I'm with you 100%. If you need my help, that's what I'm here for you. If you don't, I ain't got a problem with that. Okay, everybody don't need what I'm doing. Some people don't want it. But when you reach self-mastery, that's the results of what you putting in the time, the years, and the effort to master what your inner engineering, aka improving yourself from the inside out. And that's spiritual engineering, or what they call spiritual alchemy. I change, I transform. And I talk to people, my brothers all the time say, hey, you don't do nothing. No, I don't do a lot of stuff I used to do. Okay? AKA my right thinking philosophy. I know from practicing it is a good way of life. Why? I live it. That I can stand on that one. That's why. Okay. But and guess who engineered it? Who engineered my life? Me. Why? I'm the spiritual engineer. I'm the one who obtained spiritual enlightenment. I'm the one who reached Nihas. And I'm trying to get you to do the same thing for yourself. Why? That's how it's done. I can't do it for you. I just that way. That yeah, keep going. But no, keep going. Anybody keep going. It's rough. Keep going. All right. Wrapping it up. Again, I appreciate it. I thought this said 19. That's 14. I got a little minute. Ain't got to rush. All right. Well, man, that's it. It don't take long to tell the truth. So this is just one of them philosophical things I want to just throw out there and kick around. Everybody ain't going to get this. I know this ain't, the run-the-mill stuff. This little higher up. So those who know, I know you appreciate it. I appreciate you tuning in. All right, let me wrap it up. Right thinking philosophy is a double form, okay? Inner engineering, spiritual alchemy. Okay, put them together. Right thinking. Hello. Right thinking philosophy is the combination of what? Inner engineering is spiritual discipline or spiritual alchemy. The outcome is the same for each one who tried it. Whatever way you try, it's going to get you where you want to go. Christianity, religion, gets you to God too. I say the same thing. All religion purpose is to get you there. Now, how you use it, if you do it right, it will. And I know people who've done it, so I can speak from experience now. I tell my man, one for you, I don't know nobody else who I give that kind of respect to for what they know about that book. All right. But again, with inner engineering, and this is your skills that you can what build on to what better yourself and what to be your best self. Whatever you love doing, find what you love to do, and you ain't gotta work a day in your life. Yeah, this is work, but I love doing it. Pay ain't worth for crap. I still love doing it. Hours suck. Still love doing it. All right, you feel me? That's what I'm trying to tell you. It don't make a difference what, how, when, but if you doing what you love to do, that's all that matters. And I get spiritual discipline with inner inner engineering, and I come up with, right thing of philosophy. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. My master can take a piece from the east, take a piece from the west, put it where it feels good, and then you do the rest. So you make it work for you. Two opposites come together to make something magical, awesome. Okay, when it's human life, it's male or female. Okay, balance again, aka Maya, is having two opposites. Love it. Two opposite things that don't go together. Put them together like ideas coming together to make something awesome. Your enlightened being, knowing thyself. When you combine inner engineering with spiritual alchemy, you become an Akus. That's an enlightened being. That's one who knows him or herself in the flesh before what the physical body ceased to exist. So you had to do it what before you die. Hope you enjoyed the lesson philosophically. But again, for those who in the know, I know you get it. Appreciate you for tuning in. And in closing, right there, because may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I'll never know that my right thinkers who, depending on where you fall at, understand a little bit better about spiritual alchemy and inner engineer both lead you to what? Self-mastery. So any way you want to do it, it's fine. Just get it done. Like my man the hill, but get it done. I'm out.